Hello, my name is Francis Fox, and this is where we're going to be doing mantras for peace and prosperity, even in the midst of chaos. But we're going to be changing this and turning it kind of into more like a show. We're going to keep the same elements and we're going to be doing the same thing. We're going to be kind of holding your hand and guiding you as you learn to train and focus your mind to vitalize your intentions, even if we break out in war tomorrow, even if the April 8th eclipse destroys everything, you can still create a wonderful reality because that's the law on planet Earth. So, going into news from other dimensions, there's three things I want to discuss very quickly. There's something called demon faces, with a lot of people able, for one reason or another, look at a person, all of a sudden they can see a demon face in the person. Very simple explanation. That person has been invaded, has been possessed by a demon. That is not unusual. What is unusual is the volume of people that are becoming possessed and how many more will be possessed. In end times, and that's where we are now, the end of a cycle, it was said that there would be a lot of zombies. And this is, I'm not sure it's a preamble or it's simply you're seeing a zombie. And a zombie is when the body doesn't belong to the spirit that's inside of it. So when people see demon faces, they're seeing a physical body of a person with a history, etc. But the spirit of that person is no longer inside that body. Now, what kind of references do we have for that? Well, when you die, you know that your spirit goes someplace else. Your physical body goes into the ground, or it's cremated. So you already know that. But you have that spirit while you're alive. But it can also detach from the physical body, at which time it leaves a hole. And that hole is going to be filled by something else. And right now, apparently across the country, I'm sure across the world, we are seeing more of what they call these demonic faces, demon faces. Again, it's somebody whose physical body also contains a demon. When they say, may the force be with you in Star Wars, they're saying, may that spirit of yours be inside your physical body, that you have an alignment, a unity within yourself, within your physical body and your energy bodies, at which time you're stronger. Whenever your spirit leaves, you become weak and you are subject to invasion, which is what's happening now. The second thing I want to discuss in news from other dimensions here is they're talking a lot about the reptilians. I asked the dolphins, who were considered gods by the Greeks, about the reptilians. The reptilians are a type of consciousness. They have an intention, which is to shake up humans so that the humans will have to make changes they should have already made. That's their job. That's their intention. It doesn't make them bad. It does make them very complicated, and they create a lot of issues, and they will even do bad things to push you or an entire country to wake up or in a direction that they should have gone in, but they didn't for whatever reason. So reptilians are a type of consciousness. Now, your consciousness can change. In the Bible, it says that God is above us and he pours a nectar into us. It goes into a central channel here and into our fundamental structure of the universe. But you can have reptilian consciousness come in and be with you for a little while, and then it can leave. When you see all those people that are accused of being reptilian and you see that their left eye has black and blue, and you're accusing them of all these god-awful things, do you think that if they really, really wanted to do bad things, that they would have such a beat-up left eye, that they would have these huge bruises? They were obviously fighting off something that was coming in. They may or may not have lost the battle, but the fact that it's a left eye, remember, there's a portal here. This is why I wear this. When I decide to wear other jewelry around my neck, I have to understand and accept that I'm still going to have to wear this protective labradorite necklace, even if it makes my other jewelry look terrible, because I need that protection, because we all need it today, because this portal has gotten very active. That's why you see the black and blue eyes on the reptilians and the people that are being accused of all sorts of stuff. It's the left eye. That is how we enter into the physical body when we entered the planet centuries ago, who knows when. It was through here. This is a body, this is a vessel, the physical. And you can pour all sorts of things in it. And the place it gets poured into is here. I think this portal used to be up here. And I think with the shifting of the poles, the magnetic astral body of planet Earth is no longer with the physical. It's the same thing with the energy bodies. The point of the matter is that you need more information before you start accusing people of things. Eclipses. Now they're saying the Freemasons have these rituals that they're doing around the eclipses. And that's what this is all about. Well, I do exorcisms. I teach my followers on how to remove spirits very gracefully and elegantly, because we work at the level of cause where there is no spirit body, which is where the priests battle it out with this bad spirit. We work at the level of intention, which is much deeper. So it's very graceful. I was wondering, why is it, do we get lucky that these exorcisms, in the first place, I wouldn't have done them if they weren't graceful. I'm not going to do what they do in those movies and with what those priests do. But you don't have to do that. Okay, but let's go back. Why do I always do it on a full moon and a new moon or an eclipse? I have one coming up on Monday. We're doing it on Sunday to prepare for Monday, because full moon, new moon, solstice, equinox, eclipses, the veils between dimensions are very open. So if you're going to do a ritual of black magic, you should do it on those days. Also, I think Tuesdays around 2 o'clock. I think Fridays also, but that one I'm not so sure, is when a lot of black brujeria and black magic curses are done in the religion called Santeria, which is what they have in Cuba and in a lot of Latin American countries that came from Africa. There's a particular day of the week. And I'm not sure that it's not biblical that day. So it would make sense that if you are in some kind of a organization that bases everything that's important on other dimensions and spirituality, that you would use this as an opportunity for reinforcing your intentions. We do it when we do exorcisms. What is our intention? To remove spirits, to get to them more easily, to get our work done more easily. It doesn't make us bad people. It does make us have more knowledge than a lot of people. And that makes people nervous. They don't like it. Well, you know what? They need to start developing the spiritual aspect of themselves. So when the dolphins, I put together a book of what the dolphins told me in the 60s. It's on Amazon. It's called The Gods Speak, Dolphin Wisdom Revealed. I have it for free on my website in Spanish, and I think I'm going to put it up on it for free in English. But for now, you have to go to Amazon and buy it. The trick of the matter is, what they said to me about the weakness in human beings today is, we have a physical body, we have a spirit body, we have an electrical body. It's the same shape as our physical. The meridian system is within that. Okay. And what the dolphin said was that when we resolve the big issues of our physical body, having enough food to eat, medical assistance if we need it, and having a place to where we're protected from the elements and etc., that we should have at that point started to develop the other bodies, like your spirit body, which is your astral body. And we didn't, not in this part of the world, and not in a lot of parts of the world that follow what we do in this country, the United States. We've been who everybody has been following. So we made our physical body more beautiful, more attractive, more perfect, more pampered, more comfortable, to where we have no contact with the elements. And the contact with the contrasts of the elements are part of what keep humans alive and awake. So when you see all this wild stuff out there having to do with conspiracy, having to do with the spiritual stuff, slow down. You see the eye? Slow down. It's not a Nazi symbol. The Nazis used it. It's 5,000 years old. These hand things, those are mudras. You have an electrical system. So when you go like this, you're connecting different parts of your body. You're actually connecting the top of your body to the bottom part of your body. So you go ahead and accuse anybody of what you want, but I suggest that you do a little bit of investigating so that you can be on the side of the line that understands that the physical is a manifestation and a result of everything else that you have that's non-physical. Where you get sick is in the non-physical. Like, talk about alternative medicine, it's dealing with the non-physical. And you go, God, it's so efficient. They just took care of it. The modern medicine deals with the physical body. And if you get run over by a train, you need to go to a modern medical doctor. If you have a car accident, you need to go to them. If you need something removed that's lodged in your body, like a bullet, modern medicine is the place to go. But if you want to prevent things, or if you're in a disease state, or you're in a disease state moving towards something bad, but the tests are showing you're fine, then working with the other bodies is what makes sense. And all of the health of all of the bodies is based on the balance of the four elements of fire, air, water, and earth. And in some cases, the fifth element, which is Akasha, which I don't talk about a lot because it's not where we work and it's not what's necessary, in my opinion, for you to know how to. But if you go to Chinese medicine, they will talk about it, but they'll take care of you. I'm teaching you stuff where you can take care of yourself. So, news from other dimensions, demon faces, are the person is possessed. Whether totally gone, I need to see one of them and I would be able to see, and I haven't really looked into it. So, yes, demon faces exist. You're just seeing two things at one time. You're seeing the physical body, but then you're seeing the spirit behind it. When you see somebody drinking alcohol or doing drugs or getting really angry, their faces change. That's the same thing. But the kind of spirit that kind of is able to move in because they lost control of themselves through drugs, alcohol, or rage, that kind of spirit is a spirit that probably had a physical body. They're not that bad. Once you're talking about a demon face, you're talking about a quality of spirit that's from off planet. It's not supposed to be here, but it's here because we're knowing how to deal with them. How do you know all this stuff? You're probably working with the devil. That doesn't help. By the way, that doesn't happen in other countries unless they're very Christian, at which time it's too often that they throw that whole thing at you in terms of working with the devil. Yet, and I'm going to say it, they do something called liberations, which are exorcisms. They get groups together and they release spirits. We do that also, except we get accused not so much anymore. It's actually gotten much better of working with the devil. They can, but nobody else can. Honestly. And the spirits are very, very bright. And I've been saying for years, if I ever had a big company and I didn't care less about people, I'd put one of those spirits in charge of it because they're really good. They can see everything. They know everything, past, present, future. They have intentions. They couldn't care less about other people or other things or rules. So they can get to the top quicker. Now, they can't necessarily stay there, which is the problem. I'm going to say this briefly. Too many people and too many of my followers are still with one foot into black magic. And then they want to see what we're doing with the white magic, which is what we're doing, which is basically teaching you about the power that you have in the other dimensions. But the problem with black magic is that it becomes an addiction, and then getting out of it is almost impossible. And the neat problem about the people that do black magic is we're in Revelations. So it's going to be revealed what they're doing, and they're not going to like it. Sometimes it's the ones with the biggest smiles on their faces that are doing things behind the scenes that are absolutely black magic. Off of that subject. So go ahead now and assess yourself from 1 to 10. How do you feel? Well-being. 1, you want to slit your wrist. 10, you feel great. Let's go ahead and look at the gold dress and let's get started with the mantras, which is the real reason why we're here. So here's the gold dress, gold and white. If you don't see a gold and white, your vibe is really low. And just kind of remember the tones that you're seeing of the white and gold or of the blue and the bronze. We are going to start with the mantra that's going to help us with the mood that we're all feeling. And I don't even need to ask you. Give me a second. This is the mantra that we recommend for 2024. And it addresses, let me put it on screen. The mantra is a purification mantra. It acts like a vacuum cleaner. So it's even though I hate, my heart is broken, I want to die, I love and accept myself. Even though I hate, there's too much fire in the planet, everybody's frustrated, they want to kill everybody. That helps to purify that. My heart is broken. The plague hit people, particularly having to do with having a broken heart center, broken heart chakra. And this mantra helped a lot of people that were following the Mantrista movement from either getting the plague or having a very strong version of it, because this mantra will make your heart center stronger. The after effects of the pinching for the plague, I know I sound dumb, but I'm not going to say the words, is also this mantra. Because one of the after effects, at least in the beginning about a year ago, was heart attacks or heart conditions that created instant death. And then the last one is I want to die. There is a suicide virus that's been thrown several times on the planet. And too many people have it. And they could be sitting next to you at work, or they could be sleeping with you. It's your mate, or it could be your kid that caught it from somebody else at school, or simply wants to die because they're not shining in school. And everybody in your family has done well. And okay, so do the mantra. You're going to self-assess. And we chose the music that works on the solar plexus, which is the energy center that has to do with, it's called the garbage can of emotions. This is the one that I think you're going to enjoy the most with this mantra. We're going to do 10 minutes. Okay, we did 10 minutes. How are you feeling? We're going to go now into the reason why we're here, which is to ensure that we maintain our prosperity and peace in spite of the multiple wars that appear that are going to break out. We're changing the name of this get together Monday through Friday to News from Other Dimensions. I trademarked it decades ago. And we will be giving you news that we have information on that you're not going to really get from even in X, because it's very esoteric, very other dimensional, and because I do research. So I have a lot of original things that I can teach, and when you add them up, they make sense. My training by military and scientists was very severe, and if something didn't make sense, well, what's the use of that? And I still follow that. If it doesn't make sense and it doesn't help to resolve issues and to put humans closer to being more in charge of their lives, then I'm not really that interested. I'm not interested in theories and concepts. So we will be, Monday, we will be hopefully having some graphics and everything that might indicate what it is I'm saying. But the point of the matter is the emphasis is still the same. We have left the age of information. Finished. The Google everything, and we're so proud sitting at the dinner table. Somebody says something, we look it up. Oh, look, this is what it says on Google. Or did you know this? And it was from Google. That age is over. We are in the age of transformation. So to do a news show like what it is that I'm going to do has to have as its center intention that you transform. And that's what we're going to continue to do, to make sure that we give you the tools that we have found that are useful to help you transform. So before we go into this mantra, the next one, which has to do with peace and prosperity in the midst of chaos, I'm going to tell you that last night we worked with 3 countries, purifying them and connecting them to a set of beings whose spaceships are off planet. They're from the Pleiades, and they told us to put up yellow flags, reminding me of the blue roofs the houses that didn't burn in Hawaii. And supposedly in China, they're now painting the roofs blue. I don't know if that's true. It was on the news, but I don't know if that was an exception. But the important thing for you to know is that when we got to Brazil, we were not able to make a difference because too many people in Brazil have chosen the path of black magic and have the right to stay there on that path. So When we got to Brazil, which was probably 45 minutes after we started our get together, we worked on two other countries first. There were a group of black magicians waiting for us. Somebody had already let them know that our group, the Mantristas, were going to be working to purify, which means all their black magic stuff, not all of it, but a lot of it would be removed. And it was a royal battle. It was fascinating. I'm not going to go into details because it's probably outside of your comfort zone and your belief system, which is another thing. Something triggers your belief system, you shut everything down and you assume that there's bad intentions or you don't trust. You need to be willing to deal with information that's new, because obviously there's too much on the planet that you have not been privy to. And sometimes when I see people's reaction when I'm on the different social media sites and talk to people, I go, now I know why the government doesn't inform the public of these things. Because the reaction is not a reaction of, we want to hear more because that's not making sense. The reaction is, that's bullshit. That's not possible. You shut down the whole conversation just got shut down. You can't, there's no more talking. Can't do that. You have to be open. You don't have to take the information in and then change your life according to it. No, you're open. You put it there, and there's going to be a lot of holes. And eventually, those holes start to get filled in, and you have this picture, and you go, don't block it, because you need it to transform this other dimensional information. Not all the stuff on Google that now we know is not bought and paid for. So here we go. And we're choosing the music video that's called Trilling, and assign the frequency of strings, the ones that you have 72,000 of that are talked about in the Lord's Prayer in the original version before the Greeks got to it and slaughtered it and gave us the version that we repeat today. That version talks about the mind strings. This music releases them and relaxes them. So we're going to do 20 minutes. You're going to repeat this mantra in silence. You're going to expel the breath through your mouth, and you're going to do this mudra. Put the back of your hands on top of your thighs, and you will have woken up, and you will be vitalizing the bottom half of your body. And that's the part of you that has everything to do with your physical life. The thing that you can see, paying your rent and the police not showing up and everybody being safe and secure. So let's go ahead and start. What are we doing here again? We're trying to bring you back to center, to vitalizing your intention to have peace and prosperity in your life in spite of the multiple wars that appear to be breaking out. We're also giving you news from other dimensions to keep you updated with the extra information that I have from the other dimensions so that when you read something crazy like demon faces, you can understand that it's not crazy, that there are people already that are possessed, that have spirits inside of them that we classify as demons. And they're inside the physical body of a human being. And certain people, or at certain times, you can see the face that's very different than the physical body that it has taken over. Now, again, if you know somebody who drinks a lot or does drugs or goes into rages, and I used to tell this to the parents of autistic children, and I used to say, does your child every once in a while get like really upset and go into rages? And they go, oh, yeah. And I go, does his face change? It's almost like it's not your kid. And they go, oh, yeah. And I'll say, okay, well, he has a possession issue. He has spirits possessing him. The problem with the ones today that you call demons are just like there's different types of people, there's different types of spirits. And the ones that are being called demon face are the ones that are demons. They're spirits that never had physical bodies. They're not originally from this planet. They're not part of this planetary cycle. I think none of us is originally from here. But in order to function here, by law, by ethics, you had to go through the cycle to be kind of end up getting beaten up by all your past lives, etc. And then you end up being like a regular human being with all these traumas and all this stuff that doesn't let you access or behave like a super being, like a god, which is what we really are. That's been denied us, and we look at ourselves and we go, I'm just a piece of garbage. That's not possible. We'll get into that at other times. So right now, what we are going to do is the last mantra, and we're going to clear the east coast of the United States. And let me see if I have that mantra written correctly. Give me a second. The East Coast. So this is an intention mantra for the East Coast. We have the circulating in media, the prophetic map of the United States, in which the United States obviously got very beaten up by natural catastrophes, and the East Coast separates and the center of the United States is in pieces, and Florida looks great. But that I am documenting on my maps, the ones that I do of the other dimensions. And why should we pay attention to my maps? Because the one that I did in December 2022 ended up being totally accurate about Texas. And by the way, our group has also been working on eclipse energies since last September. People are hysterical now. This is not news. This is old news. So let's go ahead and do this mantra, and we will finish for 5 minutes. And I'm going to put a little bit music with more movement. This is called The Power of the Mantristas. And it was also done by Mateo Cuaron, a very gifted Mexican composer. And Ivan Lopez is the one that did the video part of it. So we're going to do 5 minutes. Okay? this is the way you're looking. The orange is the frequency shift. What's going on between the eclipse and the frequency shift the whole planet is going under. That's why everybody's confused and a little bit dizzy, etc. When we started, everybody just had black hanging mind streams. Now, when we started this mantra was when you started to have green mind streams, which is the color it's supposed to be. But look at what it is you're all feeling. Something bad is going to happen. We're all anticipating something bad. The dolphins, who the Greeks considered gods, said that on the 27th of last month was when the chaos would begin, and it did within hours. So we will be back here tomorrow. And remember, it doesn't matter if they drop a nuclear bomb, if they go to war, whoever they is, you have the ability to create your reality. You have to stay hooked on that. You can think, well, my God, if everybody else goes down the tube, who's going to buy my product or read my book? You're not, oh, no, 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 no. What is your intention? Elon Musk, what's your intention? You want to get to Mars? The whole economy collapses. How's that going to work? You don't think about that. You just have the intention of going to Mars gracefully. What does graceful mean? What does it mean to you? That will be part of your intention. Nobody wants to be doing well and be by themselves, obviously. But isn't that built into your intention? That you be prosperous, but that you have people to share it with. That's built in. The whole thing with intention is really, really neat. The other dimensions are really, really, really neat. See how the colors around me changed? Because I'm saying something super positive. There you go again. There, it changed. That's radiating from me. You all radiate stuff. The planet is radiating these waves. These are all frequencies. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for joining us. Bye.